Lesson 15, adding the angles in a triangle. It says complete the table by drawing a triangle in each cell that has the properties listed. If you think you cannot draw it with these properties right, impossible. Share with a partner and see if you agree. So there are 9 things here, and it's going to ask you if you can draw it. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little time. So the first one is scalene. Can you draw a scalene triangle? It tells you what it means. It says all sides are different lengths with all acute angles. Everybody know what acute means? All angles less than 90, right? Cute little angles. Okay, all less than 90. Can you draw all different lengths with the right angle in it? Can you draw all different lengths if it has an obtuse angle in it? So the challenge is, can you fit the criteria? Can you draw them? If you can draw them, if you can't, write impossible. And I'll give you about 3 minutes or so. Draw what you can in the chart, and then check with a partner and see if you agree, somebody close to you. So see if you can draw them. Okay, about another minute to wrap up, and then I'd like you to check. Take a couple minutes, check with a partner. Okay, go ahead and find a partner, check it. All right, how many impossibles do you think you have? One? Two? 0. 0. Well, let's check. I do have more than 0. Scalene, all acute angles, all sides, different lengths. So just all small angles. And I'm not going to measure. All I got to be is like a millimeter different. Sometimes you'll see books use tick marks just to represent that they are all different. All the ones that have a 1 tick mark are the same. All the ones that have 2 are the same, and so on. That's representing all different. All acute, 2 sides, same, at least 2 sides. Again, I'm just going to show that they're the same by showing, again, tick marks represent that those are the same. Equilateral, they're all the same. Scalene with a right angle in it. Okay, scalene with a right angle in it. Isosceles, at least 2 of them are equal. Equilateral.
Mr. Milgram?
Yes. Yes.
Could you send Ian down to the north office?
Will do. An equilateral with a right angle. What do you think on that one? So is it possible to draw with a right angle and have all 3 of those be the same? Yeah, this one will never, if it's a right angle, this one's always going to be longer. Yeah, it's called the hypotenuse. That's always going to be the longest side. So that is actually impossible unless all 3 angles were 90, which then would not make a triangle. So there's your first impossible. Did you have that one? Okay, scalene, again, all different lengths with an obtuse angle in it. So just something a little more than 90. All different lengths. Again, I can represent different lengths and just show it as well. Two of them being the same with an obtuse angle. Again, I'm going to just show that they are the same with the tick marks. Obtuse angle on all 3 sides being the same. Again, you can try to draw that, it ain't gonna work. There is your second and final impossible one to draw. Those of you that said 2 impossibles, are those the 2 that you had marked? No? Yeah, those are the ones that are not able to draw. Bottom 132. I'm gonna do something a little different here compared to what it wanted to. I'm gonna give you a couple triangles and ask you to find the different measurements that remain. So I'm gonna say this is 32. I'm gonna ask you to find angle A. And I'll ask you to find B and C. And I'll ask you to find D, E, and F. So 6 angles to find. Wyatt, you got one? Of those 6, any of those 6 angles? A, B, C, D, E, or F? Do you know any of them? Is that a no since you don't even have it written down? Taylor, you got one? Huh? Which one? Give me one. A is 68. Why? Yeah, the triangle has to equal 180. This is 90. That means these two have to add up to 90. Is 68 and 32 90? Yeah, it should be 58. 58. 58, 32, and 90 should give you 180. These two a little more difficult. Anybody think they have this one? 20 degrees. Why?
Because the 42 angles are 40 degrees and 20 is 40, so you get 180.
Yeah, so 180 minus 140 is 40. If the sides are the same, that means the angles across them have to be the same. So it's just 140 or 40 divided by 2, because I know those angles have to be the same, because the sides opposite them are equal. How about the last one? Layton, you got that one? No idea. Bethany? Why? Yeah, again, the tick marks mean all the sides are the same, which means all the angles have to be the same. So 180 divided by 3 is 60. All right, I gave you a Post-it note a little bit ago. You can grab that. And I want you to draw a triangle on there, any triangle you want, big or small as you want. Can have a 90 degree in it, doesn't really matter what it looks like. And I want you to label the angles 1, 2, and 3. All right, next I'm going to give you a scissors. I want you to cut your triangle out. Okay, cut your triangle out. All right, so everybody should have their little triangle cut out. Now I'm gonna have you rip off angle 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just going to tear off angle 1. I'm going to tear off angle 2. And I'm gonna tear off angle 3. And this is now garbage. And then in your book, I want you to line up those angles you just tore off. In a manner that looks like this. Got a super small triangle, it might be a little more difficult for you. Like a little tape. Got some tape right up in this table there. Help hold them in line. And what do you think the point of that is? What is that proving about the angles of a triangle? It ends up to 180. No matter what triangle you draw, no matter how big or small, if you line up the angles, it should be nice and flat on the bottom. Why? Straight angle. That's proving that the 3 angles of a triangle are 180 degrees, no matter how big or small you make it. Hey, again, if you'd like to tape yours in there, please help yourself. To make sure those don't fall, don't lose it. So that's the point. That is the point. Should form a nice straight angle, 180 degrees. Straight line is 180 degrees. You turn around 180, you're going the opposite direction. So straight angle, it means 180 degrees if you see that. And again, here's a visual of what you should have. There's just another example. All right, starting on page 135. There are 5 questions there. I don't think anything is too crazy, so I think you can just get started on that. Again, watch for the word explain. If it does ask you that, make sure you do so you can get full credit. So lesson 15 for tomorrow, please.